Within the Premier Kenyatta University, the Women Economic Empowerment Hub has concluded a 5-year research program unveiling findings from 13 projects across Kenya. The research highlights gains in women's leadership and policy reform, but also persistent barriers hindering gender equality and economic empowerment. Yvonne Kemuma with this story.
The Kenyatta University Women's Economic Empowerment Hub, KUTV Hub, has now concluded its flagship research initiative that sought to shed light on what works to advance women economic empowerment in the country, with a milestone event at the Kenyatta University Conference Center.
Working on 14 research projects.
The initiative delivered 13 projects that generated evidence and policy solutions to strengthen women participation in leadership, governance, and economic development.
We also want to appreciate.
Some notable achievements include progress at the Public Service Commission owing to research, which moved from 1/3 female staff to 50-50 gender balance, increased women leadership in counties such as KUTV and Bomet, and stronger engagements of gender advocacies in budget processes.
Year 2020, when we started this project, the public service, the Kenya Public Service, which is the employer for the Kenya government, was picking women at the 1/3 ratio. If you recall, 1/3 ratio was President Kibaki's clarion call.
The hub also identified barriers facing women entrepreneurs, including over-licensing of MSMEs, sparking county-level reforms. A pioneering 2020 study on unpaid care work revealed heavy burdens on women, leading to a draft policy framework.
For me, coming from the research division, I look at it that this project was more of an ideal situation of what research really ought to be. It had all the components of an ideal situation when you have all the funding that you have. In the sense that from the beginning, I remember there were sessions on sharpening the proposals and aligning it in such a way that not only will you do research, but it has to make impact in the community. And so it went through all those steps so that the research went from the proposal to actual implementation of projects to impact on the ground.
Speaking on behalf of the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Paul Wainaina, the KU Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Research, Professor Caroline Thurua, praised the hub's importance.
Besides, the credible work of the researchers in this project has greatly enhanced Kenyatta University's position as a key research partner in Kenya, the region, and globally. Ladies and gentlemen, women's economic empowerment is not just a matter of equity. It is a catalyst for broader development. Studies worldwide, including those presented here, show that when women thrive economically, households become more resilient, children's education and health outcomes improve, and national economies grow stronger.
Supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the hub has positioned women economic empowerment not just as academic research, but as a catalyst for real change, having a foundation for sustainable gender equality across the country.
Supported by your division.
Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.